Now, after weeks of questions over President Joe Biden's fitness to run again, the president took his case to the media and to the American people.
During a risky hour-long news conference last night, he had some stumbles, but he may have also eased fears among some Democrats. Doug Luzader live for us in Washington with the latest on this. Doug, good morning.
Good morning. Well, this wasn't a repeat of the debate disaster that we saw last night at this news conference. And the bottom line here is that folks may have seen kind of what they wanted to see in this press conference.
Look, I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president because I think she was not qualified to be president. So let's start there.
And that flub, confusing Donald Trump's name with Vice President Kamala Harris's, was almost right out of the gate.
I'm determined on running, but I think it's important that I allay fears by let them see me out there.
This rare Biden press conference was a gambit to prove he still has what it takes to win a second term. But it came on the heels of another bad slip-up at the NATO summit in D.C.
Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin. President Putin. He's going to beat President Putin. President Zelensky. I'm so focused on beating Putin.
Still, Biden had a better performance at the news conference than last month's debate with Donald Trump. He was able to speak at length about foreign policy, an area where he believes he has some mastery. And while his political allies may have been relieved, the Democratic defections on Capitol Hill continued.
We are watching every speech, every rally, every debate, and saying, how did he do today? And that's just not the way to think about the presidency of the United States.
And the president was asked whether he would drop out if his vice president polled better against Trump.
No, unless they came back and said, there's no way you can win. Me. No one's saying that. No poll says that.
Okay, there are a number of reports this morning that the mood at the White House last night was celebratory, that folks around Biden thought that he did very well at this news conference. On the other hand, his critics within the Democratic Party are kind of digging in. I think there were 3 more Democrats in Congress that came out after that press conference saying that Biden needs to get out of the race. So both sides seem to be kind of digging in here.
And there's also some reporting this morning that Nancy Pelosi is essentially not standing in the way from other Democrats who also may want to come out and say, President, you should step aside.
There were some reports, Bob, that Democratic leadership wanted to make sure that there was not a cascade of Democrats criticizing the president while this NATO conference was going on. They didn't want to embarrass him on the world stage, but that members have been kind of given free rein to say what they think they need to say about it. So there's some speculation that over the next 48 hours or so, we may see a number of other Democrats come out urging Biden to step down, to abandon his reelection bid. We'll see whether that happens.
All right. Yeah, like I said, you know, every day is different when it comes to this story.
Yeah.
Doug Luzader live for us in Washington. We appreciate it, Doug. Thank you.